Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. That means we jump into another episode of AEW Dynamite tonight. It's going to be a fun one. Lots going on, lots to talk about. Maximum Carnage is on its way. We got a gauntlet. We got so much. So get in that chat. Blow it up. I want to see triple digits hanging out with us tonight. So make sure you get in there. Tell us what's on your mind. But of course, as always, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network. This is another live stream, and we are the channel that just watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Ready to go tonight, a packed night, lots of action, lots of intrigue, lots to talk about. I mean, we're slightly removed from the end of the year. We're coming off a Fight for the Fallen and so much more. So we're going to dive into all of it. I see that chat filling up already. I will say hello to the people momentarily. But tonight's a Dynamite. Like every single Wednesday we do here, we started with a hopium. We started with the excitement. We started with energy, and we hope that TK and crew can bring us entertainment tonight. We're looking forward to this one again. Lots of intrigue, lots of little nuances with the show. As we mentioned, of course, Kenny Omega going to return tonight. Exciting stuff again, coming off his performance against Gabe Kidd. We're getting MJF tonight. We have the Casino Gauntlet match. That's going to be interesting. Who will be the number one contender going into Maximum Carnage or Maximum whatever? Of course, Mark Briscoe taking on Bobby Lashley. Very interesting one. I hope for so many good things for Mark Briscoe. I think everyone feels like he's going to take this L tonight. Very intriguing how this came about. We don't really have a direction for the Hurt Business right now, the Hurt Syndicate. We don't know where they're going, who they're going to take on, what they're going to do. So we'll see what happens tonight. This should be a fun match nonetheless. I like Mark. I like Bobby. This should be intriguing in some way, shape, or form. We also have Buddy Matthews taking on Will Ospreay. Again, very intriguing matchup. This match could bang. You know, Will Ospreay likes to have those match of the year, those 5-star matches. He had a dozen of them last year. So this one could be one of those surprise matches. We didn't expect it. Very curious how the House of Black ties into this. Does it tie into any story? Does it tie into any angle? We will find out here tonight. And there will be a triple threat as well. Statlander, Willow, and Toni Storm. Even though Toni Storm doesn't remember joining the company, she is in this match, and she, the winner of this, will get a title shot as well. But that's it. That's the gist of it. That's been announced tonight, unless I missed something. The big one for me, Kenny coming back. Kenny, the heart and soul in a lot of ways of this company, a guy that should work his way back into the main event picture. He has a history with Moxley. There's a lot going on there, a lot of interest, a lot of intrigue with Kenny Omega coming back. Where are the Bucks? Are they soon to come back? Are they going to join the mix? We don't know yet, but Kenny being here helped. Any able bodies that are talented, that are mainstream, are main eventers, they help this program. So we're looking forward to that. But it's a fun day. It's a fun night. I will get to the chat and kick this one off. Start saying hello to people very quickly. I will take a second. I did say this last night, but I'm going to take a minute right now for my own personal use. And being that this is the channel. By the way, I'm Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. I haven't told you guys that yet, but I will take a second. I want to give a huge birthday shout out to little KJ, if you will, my baby girl, my daughter, turned 10 today. So big shout out to her. I think she's watching if her mama let her. But yes, big shout out to Haley J. Happy birthday, baby girl. You're the best. You're my favorite person on the planet. And you make me smile every single day. So happy birthday, little one. But that's my own personal thing that I wanted to get off my chest tonight. But we will get back to the wrestling. But once again, big shout out to Haley, and I will be talking to you. And happy birthday. Other than that, speaking of happy days, the leader of the Hopium tribe, Damian Heater, in the house tonight. Looking forward to Buddy Matthews versus Will Ospreay. I am too. I'm absolutely looking forward to this match, Damian. It's going to be a good one. Should be very interesting, very intriguing. Again, two guys that can absolutely go in that ring. So let's do it. I mean, let them bang. Let them go. I know some people really want those storylines and a little more intrigue to some of this, but we didn't get it. Let's just see where it goes from here. I'm content that we're actually getting the match. It should be a really good one. Clay Lewis, welcome back. What up? Looking forward to the football. Again, my football season is done. Le Champion, if you will. So I'm not too stressed about football, but I might check some out this weekend. Eric, how you doing? What's up? Wrestling for Life buddies. Can't wait for triple threat match between Chris, Willow, and Tony. This one's going to be very interesting. I think Tony is the outright favorite in this matchup. But Chris or Willow, could they steal it? Do they still have issues with each other? That story kind of fell by the wayside. How will this one play out, and who will actually get the title shot? I'm thinking Tony, but I could be wrong. That's me. Mindy, welcome. Kenny, welcome. Good to see you. MDB on hump day. The knee pad patrol running loose. Good to see you. Staff it, welcome back. Good evening, everyone in MDB. Looking forward to the return of the cleaner, Kenny Omega. Absolutely, Damian. How could you not? Wrestling Proud. Good to see you. Tonight, Dynamite card looks good. On paper, there's some good stuff. I mean, it feels a little bit light, but we are optimistic that it's going to fill out as we go. Again, the last week I thought was a good show. I thought they started 2025 in a good way. I was very content with how they did last week. I was very happy with World's End. I want to see if Tony can continue this. Tony does need to find a balance. Even the diehard fans, again, these matches are great, but there's no meaning behind them. There's no substance, and you need it. You have to have it. It's storytelling. It's important. I know some fans out there, it's cinematic wrestling. That's the new catchphrase out in the IWC, but it matters. Cinema matters. It has, as old as wrestling is, it's been built around stories, dynamics, the characters you sell, not just what they do in the ring. And if they can find a way to work that out, they'll be a lot better for it. Cherokee George, welcome back. We will see the return of Kenny Omega. Yes. Will we see a surprise from dun dun dun? Oh, cliffhanger. Sorry. Any long time missing person. I mean, I'm curious about the Bucks. I don't know if Pac counts. He's been in and out. He missed a couple episodes. Not sure what he's up to, if he's back or not. Who else could make a return? Who else could be back in the loop? I'm not sure. But Kenny definitely is advertised for tonight. MJF's advertised for tonight. We'll see where he goes. The last we saw him, he took an absolute beating at the hands of the Undisputed Kingdom. And now he, a post-match, he said he wants the world title. Jeff Jarrett wants the world title. A lot of people looking towards Moxley in the world title. The world title that we haven't seen in a while, but it's there. It exists. It does exist. Max Headroom. There you go. That's hilarious. Emo, welcome back. Prayers to the people of Los Angeles. Yeah. Again, maybe I'm just naive because up in my neck of the woods right now, it's too cold for things to catch fire. But yeah, T's and P's to everyone out there. Wildfires are a mess, so I hope they're doing okay. TP Ricochet. There you go. ABJ, welcome back. Wrestling Proud, we got you. 316. Let's go. Liv and Roxanne both losing their titles back-to-back nights was 2 acts of terrorism. Dude, you're using stupid words and you're being ridiculous. I'm really just don't have time for it tonight. But yeah, yo, Adrian, what's up? JJ? Well, my brother JJ, there we go. KJ and everybody in the chat. Long time no see. Congratulations on over 6K subscribers. Last time I was here was 2K. Well, welcome back, yo, Adrian. Things are growing. We're about to hit 6.2. We're heading towards 7. We're going to hit 10 soon. When we hit 10, Nick and I are going to go get Wrestling for Life tattoos. I might live stream it if I can pull it off and my artist will let me, but we're looking forward to it. We appreciate you. And thank you for being here tonight. Wrestling Proud got you again. Savage, Women's Casino Gauntlet match. I'm looking forward to it. Well, the women aren't doing a Casino Gauntlet match. They're doing a triple threat instead. So that's the only catch there. Kevin, welcome back. Sean, welcome back as we're 4 away from triple digits. Still 4 minutes to go before the start of the show. I'm going to have to speed up a little, though. Jose, welcome back. Time for our weekly AEW Hate Watch. That's not true. It's Hope Watch. It's not Hate Watch. It's Hope Watch. And I know some people get very upset at the idea that we're honest about it, but yes, it's good. Using the microphone. What is up? Sorry, my bad. Oh, no worries. I don't know what I missed there, but Kenny is drawing pennies. T's and P's to our friends and family in California. Absolutely. Sup, got you. Who else is with us? Who else? Boston, always a pleasure. I see Anthony let you out of the house tonight. That's adorable. ABJ was up from the former champ, blazing. Listen, we had a 4 or 5 way tie for the prediction title last night, and Bradley was the first 5-0 person to get his main event prediction in. So I did verify that this morning. Happy birthday to her, almost a teen. No, it's crazy. Stop that. Ken, don't. There you go. Look at all the birthday love. She's going to be giggling. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, folks. Not very often do we go that personal, but it's a big day. So I had to give her some love. What up, Mega? How you doing? Kyle, got you. ABJ, we got you. Richard, welcome back. Lisa, how you doing? Grimes, Toy Show Wrestling. Is Grimes Toy Show Wrestling something that should be taken seriously, or is it not good? Right now, I would say probably not that serious. I honestly would have to catch up to you on that. We'll hear from Double J will be there. Mariah May will be here tonight. Double J on a journey, on a mission. So we'll see. Spaz, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Big love, K Jiggity, and the chat. Happy B-Day to little KJ, if I may. Cheap plug, the audio of me and Jake DeMarco's Raw Netflix Live review available. Go check out Spaz. Give Spaz some love, a fellow Canadian, huge supporter of the channel, and we do appreciate his love. So there you go. Could you see the debut of Mike Bailey? The Mike Bailey situation's up in the air. Again, I keep saying this, Damien, I will continue to say this, is you gotta be very skeptical of the online reporting. Mike Bailey was rumored to be a part of the Continental Classic. When that didn't come to fruition, people started concocting news stories. Mike Bailey could be here sooner than later. I'm not saying he's not coming, but until he walks through that curtain, we'll wait and see. I often see AEW tribalists try and call WWE soap opera kitty drama amongst other things, but TK also trying to do stories and all that. Boston, I'm going to come back to this one. Actually, I'll star that one as we get into the show, because I got to say hello with 1 minute left. But I'll talk about this because there is a double standard and there's a couple funny things here that I think we've talked about before, but I will address it because this new hashtag cinematic, like, get the fuck out of here. But I am getting the start of AEW Dynamite, folks, in a moment. Theater of the Absurd, welcome back. Lisa, got you. How you doing? Don't play it on Wednesday. Let's go. Yeah, that's it. I ain't fucking around. Dale, how are you doing? OG, good to see ya. Polo, Ryan, how's it going? What's up? Miss you guys. I was at Raw. Dude, that's awesome. I'm sure it was an amazing time. These fires are BS out here in Cali. Yeah, stay safe, my guy. And I got the crowd shot. If you want to sync up with me right now, we are zooming in. Justin Roberts already in the ring. Clarksville, let's go. Ringsider Anthony, how you doing? One day I'll get through all these messages before the start of the show. Mick, welcome back. Happy birthday. What's up? We love when you get a little personal, KJ. We got to make sure you're not AI. Facts. Trust me, if I was AI, I'd be better looking. But we're not wasting any time tonight, folks. As here comes Will Ospreay. So we will throw that up in a poll real quick. Let me know who you're taking. We take a prediction on every single match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. So don't miss out. Stick around to the end. But Will is coming out, and he will be taking on Buddy Murphy, Buddy Matthews. Buddy, what up, buddy? Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, I had nobody. There we go, off and running. Get your votes in. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel. There you go. January 30th, same birthday as my brother. Shout out to my brother. I got a brother with a birthday on the 27th, a brother with a birthday on the 30th, a girl with the birthday on the January 25th, 10th. My dad's birthday's on the 10th, which is Friday. My daughter's birthday was today. January, people just like to shag, in the summer. So we're here we are. Speedball said, I got to get done before 8. I got and get changed. I got stuff to do on Twitch. No shit. And he's got 6 other bookings today and every other day. So that's the tricky part. The Kevin Hart of pro wrestling. Speedball Mike Bailey. Oh, we got a little static here, but Will Ospreay in the ring. And again, guys, for everyone out there that thinks, I'm constantly angry at this company, which I have been a lot. This is a guy, just build the company around this guy, not Moxley. Will Ospreay. Build it around him. Have him go through 6, 7, 8 months of trying to get the belt, but always being close to the belt. But you got to highlight your superstars. Kenny's coming back. Make him feel big. I don't know if Kenny going after the Continental Classic is where you want him to be, but you gotta start making some stars. Yes, definitely prayers and thoughts. The wildfire in California, and Mrs. and I are heading there for the weekend and the group relief workers. That's amazing, Kenny D. Stay safe, keep safe, and good luck. Check in, let us know you're doing all right. But here comes House of Blacks, Buddy Matthews. It's a lot to put on the graphic. Just joined, Scott, welcome. How you doing, how you doing, how you doing? Russian Skittle, a blast from the past. Will Ospreay has great talent, but mediocre storytelling in AEW. That's the gist of a lot of the people in AEW. MJF is a phenomenal talent. Storytelling gone to shit. Adam Cole was once really cool. Gone to shit. Okada you could do more with, even though they're trying to do a little bit. At least he won the Continental. But that becomes the lacking issue is character development, making guys just... It's one thing to be a good wrestler. It's another thing to be a superstar. Chair, welcome back. There you go. There you go. Jam-packed Januaries. I like it. Hannah, longest reigning undisputed streaming tag team holders. Let's fucking go. And don't forget, we got the trios belts as well. So, yes, Hannah, we appreciate it. Got Will for the W. Absolutely. My friend, my pal, my buddy for the win. Let's go. Will Ospreay for the win. Now, Will's had some losses as of late. Will banger incoming. This could cook, folks. Sean, welcome back. Someone should tell AEW that the sound of Excalibur's voice. Listen, I'm consistently beating the shit out of Excalibur. My recommendation is hit mute, listen to us. We'll keep you posted on everything going on, and we'll do a better job of it. We'll actually get excited about what's going on in front of us. Excalibur, Tony Schiavone are awful to the highest degree of awful. They don't do a good job. Excalibur sucks. Tony Schiavone's just there for the ride. You got Tony chuckling and laughing like everything's a fun and games. Takes nothing seriously. I've been watching a lot of old WWE, and you hear the JRs of the world that sold you on the story in front of you. They were in it. There was a murder being committed right in front of them. They just can't help. The Excalibur and Tony suck. They suck, and it's just not getting any better. Take the fucking mask off. You're from Michigan. Will Ospreay for the win. Banger incoming, absolutely. Christopher, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? If I missed you, I apologize. Don't forget super chat, super stickers. If you want to stand out from the crowd, Tony Hayes, Misfit Wrestling. I think I read your comment, but didn't say hello. That's rude. But we are off and running in this one already. Starting with a pace. Backslide. 1. Opinion on Hogan getting booed is fucking awesome. He deserves it. Why would they book it? Again, I'm not going to let them off the hook at all. They should have known. They have to know. And that was a misstep for my money. You had a really good show. You had a premiere. You're trying to introduce this product to the whole world in a different way. Some of the consistent fans didn't love it, but they have to understand the bigger picture here. But the Hulk Hogan decision was a bad one. It's bad. And it's not just based on, well, he's a Trump guy. Nobody, like, I mean, so is Undertaker. We got over it. But at the end of the day, Hogan has a resume that earns him the boos he gets. They boo him for a plethora of reasons: being a liar, being full of shit, being an asshole, being a racist, being an idiot. All of it. All of the above. Matthews is a freaking tank. Matthews is a guy that, Kenny, if they booked him more, booked him with love, he could do big things. This is a guy that I kind of have hopes to see him back in the WWE. Will Ospreay for the win. What up, big dog? How you doing? Action Jackson, let's go. I know what you mean, KJ. My B-Day is one of 17 B-Days in December of my extended family. What would be bigger in your view? Roman to the Mud Show or Kenny to the A Show? Roman to the Mud Show would be gigantic. Again, so gigantic, it's never going to happen. Roman's never going to be a work rate guy. Like, he's not going down and having a 5-star Meltzer special with Will Ospreay. Kenny going to the dub? I could see it happening. Kenny, more than anybody, seems to be kind of withering with this. Like, it feels like he wants to be in Japan more, at home. He doesn't really feel that committed to AEW. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that changes. But that's the vibe I'm getting from Kenny. I don't know. But Kenny going that way could happen. And I think it would be great. What's up, Knoxville? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome back. Let these men cook. Let's go. 78% of the people in the chat are going with Will Ospreay as expected. And once again, Spaz, thank you so much for the super chat and the support. We appreciate the love. We love seeing it. Be like Spaz and get your super chats in. That's why Michael Cole really is the BITW. Okay. Again, Michael Cole took time. If you go back through our archives, there was old streams that I really shot on Michael Cole for a while. And I feel like Michael Cole under Vince's thumb wasn't great. He were very repetitive. One of the reasons I have like this visceral about Mercedes Moné is how many times Michael Cole said boss. It's boss time. Like, fuck off with that. We hear it all the damn time. But Michael Cole without Vince in his ears, so much better. JR used to make you feel emotion you didn't even know you were supposed to have. 100%, man. There are times you'd see something and he'd be losing it. And you're like, oh, okay. But again, like the commentary team, and it baffles me. What baffles me about the commentary team here on AEW is that there's so much talent around it. The list of people that are better than the people you use blows my mind, right? Like, there's so many options, but you have this horrible team. And the guy with the fucking mask on his face, and I'm not going to be like other podcasters that really focus on the fact that he wears a mask. We all establish it's stupid. He's not a lucha. He's not a long-standing lucha. He's from fucking Michigan. Take the mask off. Bring credibility to the show. I think he's hiding a fucking hideous face under the mask. But Matthew staggers into the corner. Crowd's on their feet. Up goes Ospreay. I lied about their feet, but they're making noise. Jordan, God bless you all. Same to you, sir. Christopher. Just mute the AEW announcers. Listen to the real wrestling announcers, KJ and Nick, when he's here. Facts. Let's go. Denisha, what's up? Robert, let's go. Robert, do you like the commentary team in AEW? I'm curious. Asking for a friend. Paul Scott, he doesn't deserve that. 1,000% wrong. I mean, again, I don't like him. I mean, I understand why people boo him. Just leave him at home. He's like old. I'm not trying to take away what he did for this sport, for this business, for this entertainment, but that's gone by the wayside, and he's had more bad than good. I'm fine with him getting booed, and the fans that pay the money, you have every right to decide what emotion you want to convey. You paid a ticket to be in the building. You want to scream, yell, and or boo. That is up to you. But Buddy getting back up to his feet. Will on the outside. Buddy up and over. Landing on those knees, face first into the table. Anthony, how you doing? Excalibur's not a loose. Yes! He's full of shit. There is no good explanation for him wearing the mask? None. Zero. Zilch. Zip. None. You're right about that. He doesn't deserve it. Julia and Obafemi won the titles last night. Christopher Cox, we were here live for the 2 title changes. A lot of changes. People talking, really pointing out. Rhea wins. Tiffany wins. Julia wins. A lot of change. Oba wins. It really does feel like the start of a new year, starting fresh, starting on a completely different foot. I like it. Both men on the apron. Big boot by Ospreay. No, he might have heritage. I don't know. He might like his family. I mean, I don't know what his lineage is. I haven't done his 23andMe or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, no, I have no idea. Oh, Ospreay thrown into the table from the apron, grabbing that mouth. Big dog. Reality just sank in. Yeah. Bash 8, how you doing? Absurd got you. Does AEW feel like New Japan sometimes? Yes. And I understand the influence of New Japan. And I think there's opportunity for them just to clean some things up, make things a little nicer and package it a bit better. The Japanese style doesn't necessarily translate to the North American market as much as, shocker, right? Excalibur found that mask at Goodwill. The inside of that mask must smell like fucking BO mayonnaise and hot garbage. Ospreay could have took a torch from Cena in WWE. Again, I think I understood why Ospreay took the AEW deal instead of WWE. I know Ospreay felt like Triple H slighted him, but it wasn't. There was more than Ospreay doing what Ospreay did. But Ospreay's style lent well as we get a cutter off the barricade. Both men down on the outside. Both missed. It was letting know what was missed. Bash missed it. There you go. Thank you. Tony Schiavone and Excalibur, the Hatch and Toey brothers, the Hack Tui brothers. I like it. Springboard as Buddy tries to get back in, but eats a foot for his efforts, folks. Excalibur's real name is Mark Letzman. Maybe 2 count. He is 3 years older than me, and he's from Detroit, Michigan. There you go. But they got it. Like, it's those little things that hold this company back. Big back elbow. 2 count. They're cooking as we thought. Mega, welcome back. He should just ditch the mask and show his face. Yeah, again, there is no rhyme or reason or benefit to the company for him not to. No one's out like, I got to hide my identity. What crimes has this man committed that he's afraid to show his face on TV? Y'all can tell me. I don't know what they are. It's Brad Maddox. Will kicking Buddy in the face. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Hulk Hogan's manager. Some people were trying to offer sympathy for Jimmy Hart. I will quickly say this. I have no sympathy for Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart was a genius. He strapped his horse to the right wagon, and he rode that wagon all the way into Twilight. So Jimmy gets no sympathy. I don't care that he was there for the booing. Jimmy seems like a great guy. But, sorry, Jimmy. What up, outdoor beast? Springboard, caught by Buddy. Up he goes. Oh, a reverse go to sleep? Go to sleep on the back of the head into a stomp. That should end the match. Dose. Give me Buddy Matthews versus Braun Breaker one day. Interesting. Excalibur real name is Mark Letzman. Yes, it is. Under the Mac is setting up the Styles Clash. Nails it. 1, 2. 2. Yeah, Mark, I'll accept it. WWE should bring back Legend House and put away. There you go. Instant rating. People will tune in again for the wrong reasons, but yeah, bring back Legends House. That shit was hilarious. I still like Hogan. You're allowed. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. One thing the world wants to do nowadays, and whoa, Ospreay gets the win. 1, 2, 3. They even have the graphic up, damn it. You meant Jimmy Hart rode the horse into the Twilight Zone. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's Tony Khan's idea of have him wear the mask. I don't know, Matt. I don't. And welcome back. But I just, what purpose does it help? And I will be honest, taking the mask off actually has benefits, pros. If you want to work out the pros and cons of wearing the mask, I don't get it. Ospreay grabs a mic. Give it up for Buddy Murphy. Excellent match. Great start to the show. Big Buddy chance. He wrestled from 03 to 07. Was champion once in the Indies. Yeah. So Will Ospreay saying I fought you and I fought King. You guys don't need a leader. So he is selling Buddy on the idea it is time to end the House of Black. How do y'all feel about that? Nice dig to the Rollins Punk match. GTS into a stomp, but they aren't petty. LOL. Great match, though. That's funny spin. I never even thought of that. Big handshake between Will and Buddy. We might be seeing the beginning of the end of the House of Black, as Buddy Murphy is now getting a standing ovation. That's 5 finishers. None of them worked. They're no longer finishers. They're just moves. Awesome match. I agree. Hooked. As we are going to Tokyo, Japan. They got to stop doing that. Hogan, Ron Simmons, Tony Atlas, and a bunch of... Oh, we're not going to play that game. Stephanie, Steven, my apologies. So you can only watch it on Max while it's live, right? Here in Canada, we watch it on our sports channel. You can get it on Max. I do believe, is it not a simulcast, a simul stream, whatever the fuck they're calling it? Can Buddy do anything to break its contract? Punch Sammy Guevara. As we are getting the Young Bucks who won tag titles, they are going to bring them to... They got to stop this, guys. Kenny Omega, gushing blood, had a hell of a match with Gabe Kidd. Daughter Jesus, may the blunt be with you. Heather, hello, how you doing? In my humble opinion, they are spending too much time outside of their own bubble. They need to build AEW. If the Bucks are going out and winning tag titles and having competitive matches, they should be doing it for the company they work for. Same thing for Kenny. Same thing for fucking Okada or Takeshita. There is too much focus not on the company. As here comes Private Party. Did anybody remember their tag champs? Kenny's back, baby. They do. They really do. Malachi must be leaving if Ospreay is building up Brody and Buddy. So yeah, very intriguing. Props to Buddy. Props to Ospreay. Killer match to start tonight's show. Private party setting up in the VIP lounge between the tunnels. Also known as the taint of the stage. I thought AEW couldn't be Lion New Japan because contract. Couldn't. You might have to rephrase that, Frank. Thank you. Props to Ospreay for putting over Buddy. Classy move, like huge. And again, it's really intriguing where they're going to go with this. Is this the beginning of the end of the House of Black? The fans love it. The fans stood up and applauded. And again, that is the sway that Will Ospreay has. A lot, like when Will talks, the fans listen. That's why all this TV time you could be giving to Ospreay, you should be giving it to Ospreay. Shade. Either Black is leaving AEW or starting a feud between Black and Ospreay. That's what I'm thinking. Like, are we going to feud with Ospreay? Through that feud, do you lose your? I mean, if you were the WWE and you could get all three, great. I don't know what the status is. I know Buddy Murphy re-signed like a year ago. I don't know where Malachi Black is on his contract. I know he's publicly said he's not leaving. I just want to see him booked. I'm a big Malachi Black fan. Malachi Black, Ospreay would be fun. The only way the House of Black stage relevant is stay together. They got to be booked. They got to be booked as here comes the Hurt Syndicate staring down the tag champs, and security just lets him into the VIP lounge. No problem. Match of the year candidate already, Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd. It was a really nice bar to set, Damien. I would agree. An early front runner. Will we still remember it in December? We will find out. But yes, I thought it was a hell of a match. I've always said, or I've said for a long time, New Japan Kenny is different than AEW Kenny. It's just a different level of intensity. I think he so badly wants to be respected and loved by the Japanese fans that he goes an extra mile for them. I don't know that he does that for Tony. But we're having a toast to these young kings. Tony hates House of Black. It's seemingly. I think the issue, Chair, isn't hate, but I do think part of the problem is a group like House of Black requires story. They really require the story to explain who they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it. And with that, if you like, again, it's great that all three of them can have amazing matches. Brody King takes two. Oh, wait a minute. Bobby Lashley getting rude. MVP being nice. So does Bobby and Shelton go after the tag titles? Interesting. But yeah, I don't know if it's hate. It's just maybe an inability to book them properly. Maybe what I have understood, and I can't say this for certain, but maybe clashing. Tony wants to do something. Malachi really wants to do something else, and they haven't really been able to. We know Tony doesn't like confrontation. He doesn't like the fear for his life. Richard, I don't want Bobby and Shelton as tag guys. I didn't think they would be, but they haven't done much. 4 belts for Mercedes. It hurts my heart. It hurts my head. I don't like it. Hurt Syndicate might have the best entrance music in wrestling. It's funny because I heard somebody criticizing their music. I like it. I love how the Hurt Syndicate look, how they act, how they conduct themselves. I've liked their matches. I think Shelton's been outstanding. But here comes Mark Briscoe, folks. There we go. There we go. We will take a prediction. Who do you think is going to take this one? I will throw a poll up. There we go. Get your votes in. Get your votes in. But yeah, so I was just running down some more stats. Super Dragon. Yeah, okay. Anyway. 4 belts Mercedes. That's crazy. Again, I just it's too much shit. Jesus in a plate of lasagna. How many factions are in AEW? We're not sure. And there's like loose affiliations. Like Kyle O'Reilly was in one, then he's not. The conglomeration, is conglomeration still a thing? Is the House of Black still a thing? I don't know. There's so many different options. Bobby and Shelton taking those tag belts, aren't they? It might be a thing. But right now, Bobby, one-on-one with Mark Briscoe. Absolutely one of my favorite people in all of wrestling, Mark Briscoe. Briscoe got a vote. Yeah, wow, right? Bobby wins. Bobby, yeah, it's going to be Bobby, guys. I feel for Mark. He's about to lose. Mark takes a lot of L's. Did Monet book herself to win a lot of titles? No. I mean, again, you can't fault the lady. I'm not mad that she has all these titles. What I want is her to do better in AEW. I don't get the allure. I don't get why you'd want her to have a title. I don't believe in her the way other people seem to believe in her. And that's just maybe my personal opinion. I don't get it. She doesn't stir the drink. She doesn't float the boat. She doesn't find the lost remote. She doesn't do any of it for me. Hurt Syndicate, to the point, no BS. The Hurt Syndicate have been spot on since coming to this company. They've been excellent. They just need something to dig into, a rival, a purpose, a focus. So wait, Bobby Lashley had something with Swerve, now poof, done. And same thing with Ricochet. They embarrassed Ricochet. I was expecting MVP to demand that Ricochet start walking around holding onto his pocket. They bitched him out so bad. Have we gotten any updates on Julia Hart? Julia Hart's back. Why? Is there a reason to need an update other than she's back? Or did she get hurt again? Because if she got hurt again, we're going to have to talk about her career choice. Hurt Syndicate is so dumb and exactly what they were in WWE. Yes, you're not wrong in the sense of they are the same concept, same idea, same drive. I like them though. I mean, I think in a land that is void of what feel like professionals, they bring a professional vibe to the show. As I go to picture in picture, folks, and I will really quickly, I wanted to address this. I often see AEW tribalists try and call WWE soap opera kitty drama amongst other things, but TK also tried to do story and all that. Just not very good. So it's weird to flex. So here's the thing about this argument. There's two parts of it. One, you're right. If AEW doesn't do stories, explain the devil. Explain Moxley right now. Like they do stories. They're just not good stories. They haven't led to anything of substance. The devil was one of the worst things. Even Meltzer turned on it. Was like, what are we doing? So in that regard, it's hypocritical. And again, some people like to ignore facts and go with feelings. And that's an example of that. They overlook a bunch of stuff to make their point. I would say the vast majority, with some exception, the vast majority of the storylines we get in WWE are adult stories. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, two guys with beef that just butt heads, that don't like each other. Seth Punk, bloodline. There's nothing childish about it. What I find childish in storytelling is you were my friend and now you're their friend and I don't like you, but you like me. And then we've had a lot of that, a lot of immature storylines, a lot of immature angles, trying to poison each other, stabbing each other with objects. To me, that is more of the kid-based stuff. The other side of that coin is the matches were what the AEW was leaning on. And I don't know that they can always do that anymore. Like it's just like for some out there, it's just a foregone conclusion that WWE does, stories and drama and soaps, and AEW does all the good wrestling. But we watch shows where there's a lot of bad wrestling. So if you're going to say, fuck it, we're not doing stories, then just run tournaments all year long. Like do a Continental Classic for 10 months. And then all you have to focus on is the stories within the brackets and the matches. But we get a lot of shit matches. So if you are going to be the company that says, well, we just do better wrestling, well, then you better do it. If you're going to keep giving me Jericho matches or shitty women's matches that don't live up to anything, you have to come around and live up to what your claim is. That's fine. If you don't want to be the storytelling company, stop trying to tell stories and make sure your wrestling's on point. Because I would argue on a Monday, Tuesday, and a Friday, there's some really good fucking matches that smash a Wednesday on a lot of weeks. So that's my long-winded answer to that, Boston. Thank you for your patience. Everybody in AEW love everybody the hug after matches and tell them they're great. I don't mind it as long as it has purpose. Everything you do on TV should have a purpose. You can't just do it because it sounds good or feels good. What does it mean? So if Ospreay does that with Buddy, what's next? Is Buddy then go to Malachi and say, I don't know if I want to be here? Do they start feuding? Or does Malachi show up at Will's doorstep and say, why did you do that? Again, do it with purpose. And I think too much happens on the show sometimes that doesn't have purpose. But Mark on the apron as we get back to the action. AEW problem is that they do stories, but they aren't good, and it's only for their titles. There you go. There you go. That's it. So again, people can say, and it is, there is a lot more drama, a lot more story in WWE compared to AEW. If you put it down and made a little chart, there is. But we've had some very story heavy, backstage promo heavy AEW Dynamites. So it's a bit bullshit. And I feel like it's a very much like a 2021, 2022 argument. I think things have changed. Briscoe's got the chair. Oh, down on Bobby's back. MVP doing a better job than the commentary team, letting us know what's up. Give me the Death Riders versus Contra. Until then, we will see the true badasses. That's an interesting mix, Christopher. I kind of think we missed the mark on Willow and Stat not running the women's division. Lady B, you cannot be more right in a lot of ways. As Mark Briscoe going up to the top. Down he goes. Taking out Bobby for the second time. Stat lost the TBS title. We thought she was going up the way. She would then challenge for the world title, maybe become world champion, and be a big part of that women's division. Willow was on fire. Like, to me, if Willow was in the WWE, she'd be a merch machine. She is like the Hugger Bailey reborn. Willow could sell so many t-shirts, be such a fan favorite. Big elbow, the froggy bow. Mark giving Bobby a workout tonight. And because they signed Mercedes, they gave Willow the belt just because of what happened in Japan. So Willow gets screwed, and they've both been floundering since. They had a rivalry to the point where Stat basically came out and said, yeah, the last 3-4 months, my bad, I fucked up. We're moving on. What happened to Stokely? Where's Bibbins? Has anybody seen Bibbins? Yes, you need stories so that we care about the wrestlers. Facts. Again, it's like going to a movie and all it is action scenes. There's no plot, there's no story, there's no main characters. There's just a bunch of shit exploding. It's not a very good movie. And anybody out there online saying, oh, well, it's dumb, it's stupidity, it's ignorance, it's a lack of understanding of how we as humans are entertained. As Bobby puts on the Hurt Lock and ends Mark Briscoe's night. 83%. That many people voted for Mark. I'm shocked. But that's it, right? Imagine watching a TV show and it's just like building explodes, fight scene, building explodes, but nobody, you don't know who they are. You don't know why they're mad. You don't know why things are blowing up. So anybody out there that says, well, it's soap opera. Yes, it's been a soap opera for fucking decades upon decades upon decades. As the Hurt Syndicate laying a beating on Briscoe, but here comes PP. Private Party. Standoff of the chairs. So it looks like Bobby and Shelton are looking at tag titles. Facts. Sometimes they relied on dream matches, but a dream match, all the dream matches, the best dream matches, there was a story behind that dream. It wasn't just like, this guy's really good. Same thing with sports. Like, this is a dream matchup. There's a story to be told with that matchup. Former teammates, both number one draft picks going head to head, both from the same town, the same state. There's all that kind of intrigue with dream matchups. So a dream matchup without the dream is just a match. Speaking of dreams, Letter Kenny, let's go. Actually, I lied. Shorzy. Well, actually, they do stories more for certain stars and too many randoms through. The problem is the stories are incoherent. They're confusing. A lot of them are childish, and a lot of them don't they don't connect. And me as a grown wrestling fan, as an adult, watching two guys in their 30s and 40s complain about their friendships, that shit don't happen in real life. You ever sitting around with your boys and you're like, dude, I can't believe you went to the bar with Bill. I thought you were my buddy. This is bullshit. I'm not talking to you guys. Grown men don't act like that. And that's what AEW men act like all the fucking time. Kids. And that's what drives me nuts. There is a level of maturity and you have the talent to do it. MJF, Will Ospreay, the list goes on. Even the Moxley stuff, at least Moxley's trying to tell a story. The problem with Moxley is he's an antagonist without a protagonist. So it's just a villain doing stupid shit. Look what I can do. Yeah, no, not good. Damn near everyone in AEW has a belt, even the guy who sells the popcorn. Too many belts for sure. Thank you. All right, we are on commercial break, folks. I will take this moment to remind you of a couple things. Tomorrow night, big night here on the channel. It is 8 p.m. We go live. Our 2024 Wrasslin Awards, Golden KJs, 4 Lifeys. Call them what you will. We will be here live for it. All the voting went up over the last 2 days. Get your votes in. We're going to take your thoughts and take our thoughts and compile all our thoughts together. And we will be here tomorrow night to give out some Golden KJs. Make sure you join us. You can give us your 2 cents on the winners, on the losers. Who did we miss? Who did we overlook? It is so hard to remember 12 months of wrestling and get it right. I think there was originally 12 or 13 match of the year candidates. To get it down to 4 is almost impossible. But be there live for that. Myself, Nick, and Anthony will be here to give out those awards. It's going to be a fun time. We love doing these. We're one of the only places that I know that do a full year and a half year awards. This will be our full year 4 Lifeys, not our half Lifeys. So make sure you tune in for that. We're also here for SmackDown on Friday. More content coming your way, more fun stuff. And I will take a second to remind everybody, if you feel the way I feel about certain people, go get your Jarrett Hogan t-shirt or hoodie or tank top or long sleeve tee. We have a whole collection, a bunch of colors, even one for girly. Go get them all. If you happen to like a lighter color, darker color, we got options. But hashtag Jarrett Hogan is a thing. Get there, go to our store, check it out. Get your Jarrett Hogan t-shirts like the one I'm wearing right now and be a part of all the fun. Plus, we got tons of stuff on there. We got the Nick What shirts. We got the KJ shirts. We're working on an Anthony shirt. We got so much coming your way, folks, but a whole collection up there. Go check it out, including the Wrestling and Chill t-shirt, which might be popular as now WWE has overtaken Squid Games. But here comes Jay White, and my voice is getting sore. Here comes Jay White, folks. Get in the chat. Who are you taking? Who wins the Gauntlet match tonight? Excalibur is killing me on commentary. Listen, I get it, Richard. I really do. It hurts your product. It really hurts your product, especially in what we were just talking about. You want to tell good stories? The narrators have to tell that story. Michael Cole losing his mind. JR, we've talked about a lot of the legends. Know who sucked? Vince McMahon sucked. But in history, we've had some really good ones. Gorilla, that tell a story. But here comes Hangman Adam Page. So 1-2 in the Gauntlet, Jay White and Page. Briscoe always uses the chair, by the way. I saw that comment. Ricochet wins. Crazy. Yeah, but then Ricochet goes after Mox? I don't know if I buy that. I think Swerve might win. Where will Cody meet his Waterloo? That's funny that you use that term. It will be a minute. WrestleMania, maybe. I want KO to beat him, but they won't listen to me. KJ having trouble of the horse that pulled him over. There you go. Feel a little horse right now. Yes. Just that you get that, I end up like Miss Piggy with a frog in my throat. Anthony's shirt is just going to say TNA is life. No, we're working on one that says, how did we get here? How did we get here? We're working on it. A lot going on. You got girlies. Let's go. Triple H would love to have Malachi back. I think so. And he was booked well. A Nick sighting. Yes, Nick will be here tomorrow to give out some hardware. Chatter of the year should be a category. Interesting. We had talked about that. I might have to throw that out to the boys. But we don't want to hurt any feelings. You're all wonderful chatters to us. People cancel their subscription because they didn't win the award. Wasn't even nominated this year. Fuck this channel. 2025 is more Netflix and Phil than Max and Mox. Facts. You're not wrong, Spaz. That's a little bit of genius. Bullshit. You think so? I've been watching a lot of old wrestling, and I just, what a maneuver. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to get into it. KG pulled over by a horse shirt. Yeah. I haven't figured out how to work that into a design yet. But or make it relevant to anyone but the handful of people here. Swerve for the win. All right. Who else got a pick for this match, folks? Dawn. Hey, KJ. Hey, chat. All is well. Just heard your comment about the shirt for Anthony. I expect one for the idea. There you go. Hey, Dawn, shout out. If it comes to fruition, we will make that happen. Oh, going for the Deadeye. Blocked off. Right now, we just have Jay White and Adam. I don't think they've been committal about what the interval of people coming out. Need a shirt. Yes, you do. It's long overdue, my guy. I got to get you some merch, some swag. The Crazy Cowboy. Let's go. I'm still kicking around some other names, Tony, but I like Requiem so far. I don't know what I missed. Got Jay White for the win. Interesting. Oh, we are getting a Death Rider. Oh, good. Yuta. Listen, I don't compliment Wheeler Yuta very often, but the man has mustered a pretty good beard over late. He's actually manning up with some beard. Evil Uno. No, don't wish that on us. I'm predicting Jay White become world champion in 25. I don't know, Damian. Honestly, I don't know, because you got to figure Moxley's going to keep that title for a little bit. I feel like other guys are ahead of Jay White on the depth chart. I could be wrong. Oh, wow. Wow. Yuta almost gets pinned instantly and then rolls right back out. Double J in this match, not to my knowledge yet, but we will get surprises. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, Paul. There was. He was very monosyllabic. But he did. The advantage Vince had is Vince was telling the story that Vince wanted to tell, right? Like, it was his creative, his baby. So it was very easy for him to kind of say it the way he wanted to say it, point out the things he wanted to point out. But he wasn't my favorite. I'd like to put Hammerstone, Jake Something, Steve Macklin, Lance Archer, and Killswitch together in a group, call them Requiem. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. Jay White hasn't had a belt, but the trios, it's facts. And again, this is where we talked about earlier that, it's not hate. It's just, I see a guy like Jay White. I see Will Ospreay. I see guys that the fans are really cheering for, reacting to, and they're not using them. Guys like Danny Garcia has a belt. Wheeler Yuta gets booked a shit ton. Like, book the right people. Take belts away from Jericho. Only have your company's belts on your show. If somebody shows up on your show with another company's belt, it's an exception or an angle. But big drop kick from Paige. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Funny that we're doing this on the heel, in Royal Rumble season. Interesting choice. Whose house? Here's my pick for winner. Swerve Strickland. And of course, we know the history. Oh, wait, what? Rick O'Shea trolling. Jay White always puts on good matches. He does. I like Jay White. I was excited that Tony signed Jay White. I think there's a hierarchy within AEW that prevents them from putting rockets on wrestlers' backs and pushing them to the moon when they come in. I feel like the Jerichos and the Bucks and certain people within the power structure of the company hold people back. Tony doesn't want to hurt feelings. Like, if we sign Will Ospreay and make him champion right away, people are going to have hurt feelings. That's what I feel like happens. But Ricochet's on and running and getting booed. Getting outstanding boos. Would have been that corner. Whoa. I thought I got Swerve to win this, so I don't even know if he's in it. I think he is. Ricochet is getting better. This is the best Ricochet, Paul. Him going heel, the fans making him a heel, and him being smart enough to lean into it, it works. It really works. Wrestling Revolver will be on tomorrow night with their Vibe Check pay-per-view on Triller, and GCW is in my neck of the woods on Friday night on Triller TV. Yep, both shows. I really wish Revolver would go back to more weekend shows. I love Wrestling Revolver, love their booking, love how they do things. I just feel like they're doing a lot of Thursdays, Fridays, and it's hard. It's really hard. We'd love to watch them tomorrow night, but we're doing an award show. So it's unfortunate. Some of the indie shows, GCW might have too many shows, to be honest. I'm not as excited for GCW shows as I once was. We watched them all the way through the pandemic and out. But yeah, no, they should be fun. Swerve versus Ricochet feud. Yes. Yeah, it works. It works. The fans want to cheer for Swerve. He should and could be your Jey Uso. He comes out, Swerve's house. The fans go insane. They all do their little dance with Nana, and they're into it. They're having a party. They're having fun. And then you have dickheaded fucking Ricochet get in the way and ruin everybody's fun. It works so well. Why not just do that? Simple. So that's what I think they should do here. So maybe Swerve doesn't win this because of Ricochet, but Ricochet right now, as the guy that you've kind of seen on Twitter, on X, as of late, is so good for Ricochet. It is the best personality I think I've ever seen out of Ricochet. You would have taken the pin in this match. Hold tight. There might be some others. You want to know where Stokely is in Ring of Honor? What's he doing in Ring of Honor? Is he still like half Booker with Tony? So it was weird for a while. Jay White versus Mike Bailey could be lit. Yeah, I mean, it could be. Mike Bailey has good matches with a lot of guys. I think one of the matches that got overlooked this year a little bit because there was so many last year, is like Mike Bailey versus Ospreay. Mike Bailey has a lot of really quality matches. So yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to Jay White, Mike Bailey, but I do think there's some other guys like Mike Bailey having a rivalry with someone like a Takeshita. It works so well. There's a lady in orange in the front row who looked bored on her. If I was one of the wrestlers, I'd smack her phone out of her hand for sure. Take Jericho away from Jericho. Facts. Take the booking pen out of this guy's hand. Vibe check is going to be dope. Keep an eye on it, KJ, 100%. We keep an eye on all the wrestling, and I wish we could cover all the wrestling, but that would require more super chats and super stickers. I don't need all the BS with the scissors. It's weird because you don't need it. You don't need it, Paul. And you had a group that scissors were their gimmick for 2+ years. They start having a fight, and all of a sudden it's Ricochet's gimmick. They also did that. They used to have it, we had the varsity We had, what was it? Fucking Lexus King and what was his fucking partner's name? I haven't seen that kid in so long. But they went away, and Tony Nese and their friends took the name pretty much. The varsity athletes, or whatever the fuck they call them. It's fun booing Ricochet. That's why the fans like it. But Jay White and Adam Page back as the only two men in the ring. The scissor thing could take away from what you're doing. It's all about the boom. Here comes Adam Cole. No more Jericho. Jericho hurts your show because you have so much talent out there. And it's not that Jericho does. Griff Garrison. Oh my God, MDB. Thank you. Forgot all about that fucking guy. Oh, Adam Cole in here, super kicking people. What happened to Adam Cole? Is it just aging? What happened? Mike Bailey can't talk. No one will care in a month. Mr. Noob, that is an interesting point. As much as I did praise Mike Bailey, I am really curious how his promo will translate and if he can find a groove as a promo. That is a very good point. Maybe going to AEW and just having really good matches is the answer. I don't know. But Cole setting him up. Ricochet wobbly. Panama City Sunrise. Should just be the Panama Sunrise. Why did he add city? I really get excited for indie wrestling shows, so I know Vibe Check will be good. I'm with you, buddy. I really like Wrestling Revolver. I really do. Here comes Danny Garcia. Too much blood, make it mean something. I completely agree with that as well. And again, I mean, you don't, to me, where the fans are like, well, the WWE is soap opera-ish. Well, what's more soap opera-ish? Two guys that want to be champion that hate each other, or a guy coming out and stabbing someone in the head with scissors or with a syringe or setting someone on fire. To me, that feels more over the top soap opera-ish. Like, you killed Stefano again? He's gone again? That's what it feels like. And if anybody gets that reference, you get a bonus point. A little bit of a Danny chant going on. Jericho's better than Hogan. Jericho never had the impact that Hogan has, and he's having a Hogan-esque drop-off. Danny working. Cole. Oh, see, Danny Garcia has Page, Jay White, and Adam Cole all in the corner, beating them all up. And this is where you lose me a little bit as a fan. I'm curious how you guys feel out there, but I struggle a little bit where you have these big names like Jay White, Adam Page, and Danny Garcia and Wheeler Yuta are the two guys in the ring. And I don't care. I don't. I really don't. There you go, attaboy. Thank you, kid. I like it. I like it. I don't think so, KJ. I'm so over the blood in AEW. It's a lot. It's really a lot. Make it matter. I want people to go, oh my God. And instead, we take bets on how soon someone bleeds. Did the commentary mic just go to the loudspeaker? Did anybody else catch that, or did I make that up in my head? We got another countdown. Adam Cole is $1.85. Should hit the juice. Just lift some weights. Do something. It's like the size of my leg. Powerhouse Hobbs. Cole to me is just out of shape, lost all his muscle mass during his layoff. I think, and you guys can tell me if you think I'm wrong, but I think when you sign with AEW and you get to be at home a lot, you don't get booked as much. Now, Adam Cole had injuries, but we've seen it with other guys. Jericho's another example. People get lazy and complacent, and they don't, like, when you're in a competitive environment. It's not when it's not kumbaya, when it's competitive, I want to be the top guy. I think recently we heard Cody talking about it and people said he was body shaming. But you're in an aesthetic work line of work and your aesthetic matters. So when you don't have to put that extra effort into your job, you're just collecting big checks, you get a little complacent. And that's what I think happens to Adam Cole and some of the other people we've seen come and go, that they just aren't driven to be top tier. Well, we go back to picture in picture with Hobbs taking everybody out. Now that's power. It's true. Adam was ripped in 2023. He was once upon a time. Now that's power. Now, again, maybe in his case that he couldn't work out, but maybe you get him back into a workout routine, get a personal trainer or something. And listen, I'm round is a shape, so I don't want to criticize him too much. But my God, eat a sandwich. We all never mind. AEW, you don't need to look good. This is live TV. Your body matters 100%. You do need to look good. It's no different than I'm not going to go all the way down this road, Paul, but it's the line of work you choose, right? It's just the way it is. If you want a certain job, whatever the parameters of that job come with it. People, you shouldn't be that way. Well, then don't sign up for that particular job, right? Like, again, I'm not demanding I should be in the NBA because I can't dunk a fucking ball. I can't barely touch the fucking bottom of the net. That is the point. Like, there's requirements to make it. Not everybody gets to just kumbaya and be here. And when the vast majority of the guys you book look like guys that most of your audience can kick the shit out of, if they ever got in a fight with them at the bar or in an alley, it's hard sell. And I mean, like I keep saying, I've been watching a lot of older wrestling, and all the guys were gigantic. They were terrifying. But things change. I like the athletic guys. I like, the guys that look like they're really into it. But Cody was very on point with that whole talk. Who goes to his... Well, wait a minute, MDV. Depends where you are. But I know what you're saying exactly. It's no different, right? You audition to be on Baywatch, you better fit in the bikini. WWE has the PC that a lot of them work out at and keep in shape. He was in NXT, so he was there all the time. But yes, not having that available makes a difference. 100%. And even with we talk about working, like people talk a lot about, like a great example, Dawn, is Britt Baker, right? She comes in and they're like, she doesn't like feel like she used to. She's in and out, but like think about anything we do in our life. Like, I don't care if it's fucking playing pool, playing darts, it's something you love, baseball, hockey, whatever. If you do it once every 6 months, you always hear people, I'm a little rusty or ring rust. When you are in a perpetual state of ring rust, it's a problem. Now with the WWE, they're an oiled machine. So even people that we don't see a lot, they're at the PC, the NXT talents working on promos. That's why you see people like Roxy have a 180 and completely redefine who she was. You see growth and development. You see someone like Trick getting better. And I think that's important. I think when you sit at home and do nothing for months and then come back in the ring, it's not going to be comfortable. It always takes time. Charles, I missed the first 30 minutes. Can I fill you in? We're in the middle of a gauntlet match. There's a handful of guys in it, including Hobbs, Ricochet, Cole, Jay White. Will Ospreay beat Buddy Matthews in a really competitive match. Kind of teased that maybe we could break up the House of Black. I think that's all we've gotten so far of note. You need some fat guys too. Not everyone should. No, and I get you. I'm 100% full support of that, right? Like you always have the Vaders and the Yokos and the John Tentas of the world. I'm not saying everyone needs to be a power lifter. I think old school wrestling was too much of like everybody was just fucking muscle bound and looked ridiculous. You need a mix. There are reasons. Look at like a Rey Mysterio. Look how jacked Rey Mysterio is. Now imagine Rey Mysterio at his size had Adam Cole's body. He would never be the guy that we are right now. Over time, he worked on his body. He worked on his look. Undisputed. All right, so a friend of Adam Page, or Adam Cole, has Roderick Strong in the mix. Yeah, I mean, there's a mix, and there is a place for small guys, big guys, tall guys, everything in between. It should be, but you should own who you are, right? Like you should work on your overall. Your look is a part of your presentation. You want me to believe in you? You want me to cheer for you? You got to make it count. You got to make it work. Shawn Michaels was the smallest guy in the roster in 95 at most, but he looked like he was in physical shape. And what they did really well with Michaels is if you go back and watch Michaels' history, he took a lot of beatings, Paul. Oh, is everybody jumping on Ricochet and the crowd goes wild? Kind of. Well, Adam Cole, Danny Garcia, Roddy laying waste to Ricochet, and here comes Hobbs. Decapitates two of them. But yeah, and then you build him like that. You build him as the guy that he didn't dominate very many matches. When he was a heel, he would find ways to kind of be in control. But for the most part, he got the shit kicked out of him, and then he found a way to win. Super kick was an equalizer. And that's how you book smaller guys, for sure. But he looked like he was in shape, and he was, the fucking sexy boy, right? The Heartbreak Kid. I didn't mean to click on that one. Mega, welcome back. Yuta talking shit to Jay. We got 5. The clock is going to 10-second countdowns at random intervals. Everybody dies. Lance Archer. Lance Archer's graphic looks very similar to old Moxley graphic. Anybody notice that? I thought it was Moxley, but I know he's changed. Lance Archer's here now. So far, no surprise. Nope. I want to surprise by Limitless Keith Lee. He looks healthy. I'd like to see Keith Lee come back. I don't care where he comes back. I was a big fan of Keith Lee, and I'm glad. I saw some of the pictures going around Damien. He looks like he's in much better shape, much better condition. Lots to talk about his health over the last year or so. If nothing else, at the end of the day, that everyone's still human. I hope he's doing well. Well, Lance Archer clearing house. Ricochet gets caught. Who am I? Roderick Strong has to be one of the most mid wrestlers in the modern era. Roddy can bang a little bit, but again, it's the other things that he struggles with. Orange Cassidy will be in this at some point, I do believe. Shawn Michaels looked ripped. Yeah. And again, nobody likes that mouthy little guy that gets all the girls, shoots his mouth off, and when you go to smack him, he has a big friend. It works so well. It really worked well. And I mean, again, you have opportunities with certain guys to do that. As Hobbs, power slam, but no sold. Deep 6. Hobbs no sells. Moves don't hurt. Wardlow is sitting in the parking lot of NXT or a Full Sail, waiting for the doors to open the day after his contract expires. Another countdown. Oh, this might be, well, it's a conglomeration, so. Wait! Kyle O'Reilly comes out to conglomeration music. Did he not reunite with the Kingdom? Or are they just friendly? Is Kyle O'Reilly currently in 2 factions at the same damn time? What did I miss? Yuta, Cost, and Jay White. Yuta, I can't. Yuta should be in Ring of Honor. It's that simple. Yuta gets too much TV time. How many? I don't know what the number is. Could this be Omega return? No, I don't think so, Ken, because it feels like they're setting up Kenny versus Okada. Running that back. I like your thinking of a surprise appearance, Damien. Yeah, I mean, again, we got some options. I think Damien's got a good one with Keith Lee. But we've already had, how much? What number are we at? 12? We got 4 men in the ring. This is boiled down. And I actually feel like they've tired out the crowd a little bit. Shawn Michaels look ripped. Got that one. Remember, folks, I do my best to click on all of your comments, but we do have the super chat, super stickers if you want to stand out. And we also have that memberships. Did the crowd just yeet? I missed it. Jeff Jarrett! Let's go. Yo, some of the gaps are like 30 seconds. Some of them are like 45. Some of them are like 2 minutes. This is all over the fucking place. Yeah, Ricochet turns heel and just gets whooped by everybody. Yuta jumps Jeff Jarrett of all fucking people. Again, Yuta doesn't and they're fighting off. Why is Yuta the guy? Why is Yuta like Orange Cassidy 2.0? Kyle's in 2 factions. Yeah, what the fuck is happening? Did the music guy forget? Riley and Cole are good friends. KJ, Christopher, I'm very aware. Roderick is an upgrade on Lance Storm. Technical, but not great normal. Roddy can bang. I've seen Roddy have some really good fucking matches, and Lance Storm is a very interesting comparable. Yeah, like Roderick could pull off that gimmick. Like, can I be serious for a moment? I think what happened in AEW was he spent a lot of time being silly. Wow, Hobbs is just being jacked in the air. That should not be happening. Hobbs escapes, big clothesline. So right now we have like 10 men in the match. All the men are on the outside except Kyle and Hobbs. I hate this laying on the mat waiting. There's no reason why fights can't be happening simultaneously. Yo! No way! Powerhouse Hobbs gets the W and we'll get a title shot. What? Jeff Jarrett didn't even get in the ring. It's going to be Hobbs versus Moxley. What? What? How? What the fuck? Yeah, Hannah, maybe. If you are just tuning in, we had the Gauntlet match. Renee's in the ring, looking great. But Powerhouse Hobbs is going to fight Renee's husband at Maximum Carnage. I'm so confused. You have Paige. OC wasn't in this at all because, again, what the fuck? I don't know what to say. Wow. Well, Mox is winning. Yeah, no shit. Oh, boy. It's just people are going to say, well, what? They can't give Powerhouse Hobbs a chance. But he's not going to win. And you had Jay White you were setting up. You have Jeff Jarrett you're setting up. You had all these people that you're setting up. And one of the guys that you weren't setting up is now getting a title shot. It's a little bit confusing. It's a little bit odd. Hobbs went bowling. Strike. Wow. I said it here. Hobbs should win. Hannah. There you go. Hobbs wins. Powerhouse Wheeler. Yuta is the type of guy that will take Jeff back to the woodshed. No, that Jeff. The type of guy that Jeff will take back to the woodshed, Mike. But Jeff Jarrett standing there with a towel on his shoulder. He never even got in the match. But he is walking down to the ring. Hook versus Christian next week. As we are getting a pre-tape, a hype package for Hook, Christian. Another example of a story I give no fucks about. Hook's another kid. Send Hook to Ring of Honor. Develop him. Yuta, Garcia, Ricochet are all Ring of Honor. So we just had that Gauntlet match. Jay White had a good showing for the most part. But I feel like the stars of that Gauntlet match were Yuta, Garcia. Ricochet took a beating, but stood out. I like what they're doing with Ricochet. And Hobbs, that we haven't paid much attention to, gets the win. I just don't understand. Very well, yes, as expected. So Jeff Jarrett, so you had Renee in the ring with Hobbs. Now you have Riccaboni in the ring with Jarrett. That's weird. Jeff Jarrett didn't even get into the fucking ring. You didn't even tease us that he might win. Could you imagine you had like 2 or 3 false finishes for Jeff Jarrett? And as Riccaboni just pointed out, we're near somewhere that's near and dear to you and your family. Send Hook to the Indies. Send them to Ring of Honor. You don't have what it takes to get in the fucking match, Jeff. And you said this last week. MJF! Ho, 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 ho. Ah, this is crazy. I like Jarrett more than I like Jericho. I'll be honest. But MJF coming out, and I guess we are going to get maybe an MJF Jeff Jarrett match. Maybe that's it. Does MJF retire double J? JEFF-JARRETT. Does MJF retire Jeff Jarrett? I didn't expect MJF in this spot. Why was MJF not in the Gauntlet match? Apparently, he doesn't want a title shot. He just called Riccaboni a Bible-thumping prick. Could cause a lawsuit. Shout out Kevin Kelly. Okay. I like Jeff Jarrett way more than Jericho. I do too. And the reason for that is Jarrett's not shoved down our throat. We don't see Jarrett a lot. When we see him, we kind of want more. He cuts good promos. That package they did for him in the Owen Hart, that had us going like, yeah, let him win it. Double J got robbed. I want my Triple B back, but the world title seems messy. Yeah, Hobbs got a title shot. This is going to be highly debated online, guys. I can hear it already. Some people are going to be like, this is great. Yeah, it was such a surprise. I understand a surprise, but a surprise with no value, I think. Stop, William. How you doing? How you doing? Mike Bailey. No surprises in the Gauntlet. None. Other than Jeff Jarrett didn't make it to the ring and Hobbs won it. Those would be your 2 surprises. MJF is the Randy Orton of AEW. Oof. Not. I see why you're going that route. I don't know if that's a fair comparable, though. I feel like I got that one already. I agree with you. Keep it coming, folks. I got 140 in the chat right now. Can you do me a favor? Take our link, send it to a few of your friends. Let's see if we can get up to 150 as 3 people leave. Fuck. No, I'm just kidding. Get back here. Let's go. I had to Google all that because I'm not a dinosaur. Hook is Indies. Yeah, I don't get Hook. I'm not excited about Hook and Christian. Christian's got the contract for a title shot, but it seems like it doesn't matter. I don't know, guys. Absolute bullshit. Yeah. Crowd went dead silent. The crowd started good with MJF, but they died right now. Anybody watching at home, let me know if it's just my ears. Hit that like button. Thank you, Absurd. We do appreciate that. Hit that like button, folks. I don't even know where we're at today. 99. Who wants to be 100? Let's go. Let's go. Triple digit likes, triple digit chat. We are cooking, and it's been a hell of a start to 2025 for the Wrasslin for Life Network. And we got so much coming your way, folks. So strap in, strap on. As tomorrow, the award show. Next week, we bring back the first edition of the Wing of the Ring will be here in 2025. Your current Wing champion. Hello, hello. So Jeff Jarrett has 1 year, but the Wing of the Ring will be back this next Thursday. Sorry, and it's the Royal Rumble edition. The crowd loosely starts chanting, "You still got it." So since Edge is back, he is going to wait till he is champ for Christian to cash in on Edge. I like that idea. And it felt like they were setting up Moxley Edge, but now Moxley's fighting Hobbs. Edge is arguing with Jericho or the learning tree. I'm a little confused. MCMG situation again with Mike, possibly William. Again, in 2025 and 2024, as we move into 2025, don't trust everything or anything that you read on the internet. Be very cautious. MCMG was going to AEW for sure. Then they didn't. Then they were going to NXT for sure. Then they showed up on SmackDown. Right? Until you see it, it's hard to believe it. The crowd kind of got quiet on this. Hobbs is not beat. How does Moxley no sell Hobbs? That is my question of the night. I'm bored with MJF, so Jarrett fought to back then. Yeah, what happened to Yuta? Was Yuta not kicking the shit out of Jarrett? Came right back. Like the stream. Appreciate it, MDB. Let's go. It's got to be at least one person. 106. There was more. There was 7. If you haven't hit like yet, hit like. We're nice guys. KJ, you called it and told everybody we won't know where this wrestler is going. We don't know where anybody's going. And again, a lot of people, they like remember when Becky was considering leaving. Becky Lynch could go to AEW, and we called it from the minute. She's not leaving. She's on a book tour. She's got a kid. She's doing some shit. She's busy. Her husband's in the company. She's not going to AEW. People talked about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens resigns, then re-signed again. People thought maybe Sheamus re-signed. Finn re-signed. Until it happens, I don't believe it. I was the one sitting here not believing that Cody Rhodes was going to show up in WWE. And then I heard the music and I was like, fuck, all right. What are the chances we get Edge versus Mox at Grand Slam? Grand Slam's coming up very soon. I don't know, Kyle. I would think, like, I thought that's where they were going. And I feel like it's very hard. Like, and again, I hate comparing the two companies, but I do it a lot because it's what we do. But so Jeff Jarrett's saying everything he said last week. But like, I know that Punk and Seth are mad at each other. I know there's a beef between Solo and Roman. I know now there's moving parts within those main stories, but I know that, you know, Drew McIntyre has a vendetta against the bloodline and he's taking his anger out. I'm very aware of what's happening. Here, I don't know. Like, I can give you some type of idea of they could be heading this way. Now, there's a lot of things up in the air, but in this case, it's just like, I don't know. Jeff Jarrett wants the title. MJF wants the title. I thought they were going to push Edge towards the title. I thought FTR might get a chance to be tag champions again. I thought maybe rated FTR could be trios champions because those things are irrelevant. Knows nothing. I think he's pointing at me, actually. Are you pointing? I got you. So Jeff Jarrett cuts a promo back on MJF, just walks out. A little meh. But they're reminding us still to come tonight. Kenny Omega will be here. Dull. It got dull. Unbroken. Great week for Canada. A phenomenal week for Canada. It is a week of hope for Canadians. Really does. The Rock on NXT last night, NXT ratings were 957. I feel like there's a number missing in there. Million viewers. Are we talking 957,000? Because I don't think we got 900. If they got 900,000, 957 million. That's a lot. No, I think you mean 957,000. It's kind of what we debated last night on the show. Did I like the main event being The Rock? Did I like particularly what he did? Not really. It was kind of like, what's the point of this? It feels like The Rock is setting something up, and he keeps talking about himself as the final boss. And I'm holding out until I see otherwise, that I'm convinced that The Rock is up to no good, that there's something happening here. But that number, like the big numbers, are why they did it. And I said it, like, for Nick and I, or the fans at home, we might not have loved the Rock segment, but the people in the building, imagine you bought a ticket to NXT or got a ticket to NXT for Christmas. And the night before you're going to that show, you find out The Rock's going to be there. One of the biggest names of all time. Love him or hate him, it's facts. And the fans in the building went nuts. That's the job. So you bring in ratings, you bring in viewers, the crowd in the building are happy. So yeah, us internet marks can sit there and whine a little about why is this happening, but that's why it was happening. That's exactly what it was for. So that's my take on that. Promo is dull. Moxley, no selling is atrocious. This dude is no type of is the type to not sell a stunner from Stone Cold. Yeah, the difference though is Stone Cold would literally bap him in the mouth for it. Can you go with him? He is too focused on looking unstoppable. It's not just Jon Moxley no selling moves that bothers me. To me, Jon Moxley shits on the company. He shits on the people he wrestles against, because it's not just, yeah, he no sells moves. He's not the first guy to no sell a few things. He doesn't sell shit, but he also doesn't sell the important stuff. I've talked about it a million times. Blood and guts. He's just sitting in the corner, or he was sitting between the two rings, and he's just sitting there waiting for the show to be over. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if it doesn't revolve around me, I don't give a shit. And it does a disservice. You're now the world champion. Part of your job isn't just being a cool world champion. It's putting over your opponents, right? Even if they don't beat you for that title, you want them to look good. You want them to look strong. You want them to look like they could beat you. But Moxley thinks he's the Terminator, and he sells nothing. You'll see him outside of the ring just sitting there like he's on a fucking lounge chair when he just went through a match. He should look tired. He should look beat up. But he says, fuck you to everybody. It's fuck you to the fans. It's fuck you to the opponents. It's fuck you to Tony Khan. And I honestly feel like Tony Khan's just too fucking dumb to understand that. But that's my issue with Moxley. It's a go fuck yourself, everybody. It's no selling at the highest degree, kid. And it does. It's atrocious. It bothers me. And it takes me out of what I'm trying to be into what's happening. But here comes Edge. Oh, wait. My bad. Here comes Cope. Cope. The fuck? Canadian Cope in the house. Rated R legend. Let's go. But yeah, that's my overall problem with Moxley is I need, when you're watching wrestling, when you're watching a movie, when you're watching a show, and you want to extend, you want that extension of your imagination or the extension of belief. And you got this asshole that looks like he's gone through nothing. No sells every bit of his job. It's fucking lazy. And to me, it's ignorant. And I fucking hate the fact that Jericho jumped on the rated FTR thing, by the way. Yuta is a guy because he's small like Tony. Tony loves the small guys. So he can't manage the big guys. He's afraid of them. Adam Copeland has a microphone. So after a dull promo, we're getting what could be a dull promo. Correct me when I'm wrong, folks. I love Edge. Go! And he's calling out Moxley. So MJF, all right. But then why are you fighting Jericho in trios matches? I'm still going to call him Copeland. I'm not calling him Cope. Cope is a horrible choice. Cope! What up, Cope? I can't take Mox seriously as a badass after I watched a kid tap him out for real. Facts. That's the other part of the problem is. Okay. John Moxley no sells because his wife knows. Alex with the zinger. Mox doesn't even wear the belt. We haven't. It blows my mind. And I would love to Google this, but like to not see the championship belt on TV for months is insane. It is uncharted territory. And it's, to me, because they're not telling that story, it doesn't make sense to me as a fan why I never see the belt. The Rock is playing nice right now. Douchebag Dave Meltzer will say AEW didn't lose ever to NXT. Well, again, those are two different issues, Scott. I don't trust The Rock, and nobody should trust Dave Meltzer. Dave Meltzer is one of the worst. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. He's just one of the worst. Ledge Copeland. Okay. So he's saying I broke my leg and still won a match. Right? MJF versus Jarrett. All in. Who says no? All in so far away. But I do agree that I think Jeff Jarrett's last match could be All in Texas. It just feels right. I got up. Thank you, Blue Chew. Blue Chew, we love you, says Cope. I can't cope with Cope. I just don't know why you did the promos back to back like this. Like promo, commercial, promo. What, Damien? When was the last time Moxley showed the AEW World title? In my memory, it was the night he won it. The minute he won it, he put it in a suitcase. But here come the Death Riders. See, if you wanted to, like, think of this, guys. You want to tell a cool story? You do the Gauntlet match, number one contender, and you have all the Death Riders come out and almost try and help Yuta win it. Not that Yuta has to win it, but you try and help him win it so that you get one of your own guys that you can just, we'll do the finger poke of doom. I get to still be champ. Right? Instead, it's all over the place. And the guys that we really want to cheer for, like the fans are really behind Jeff Jarrett right now. The fans want to cheer for Jarrett, but he didn't even make it in the ring. Give him a couple false finishes for fuck. No, but we got Daniel Garcia just fucking thrusting. Great. Great. So the Death Rider's slowly walking out. Long-term booking. Yeah, right. When he won the title. Yeah, the night he won the title. He broke his leg and still got moved more TV time than Ricky Starks. Back. Right now, one of the fan votes that are up on our channel is who deserved better in 2024. And Ricky Starks is an overwhelming favorite right now. They don't make natural talkers like Edge anymore. I don't know about that. But whoa! FTR, FTR, FTR! Dax Wheeler. So Edge is beating up Moxley. Okay. Damn, Cope hitting the weights. Yeah, he had to. He had to rehab that leg. So Moxley in the ring with Coca-Cola. That's good. I have a Coke with Coke. That could be misconstrued, AR1. Be careful. FTR is here. Who would you want on TV? Big Boom AJ or Chris Jericho? I just don't want Chris Jericho on TV, so my default answer is going to be AJ Boom. Edge has got Marina now. Pac is back. Pac is back, and he's got the title in that really small case. Does the title really fit in that case? The WWE have these like missile-size cases for their belts. Does Marina open the window for Beth? The storyline does not work. The Death Riders. It's not working. As right now we got the Bulldog choke on Copeland. Keep in mind, Moxley's going to fight Hobbs on Wednesday. Clearly an afterthought. I'm predicting Big Boom AJ versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho is slimy enough to petition for that. That I can't say it won't happen, Damian, because Jericho saw the pop that AJ got, and Jericho needs that clout. It's the only way he lives on is by draining the life energy out of other things. But here comes Hobbs. Fuck it, why not? Powerhouse. I don't get Moxley. None of us do. He speaks in tongues. He rambles. Doesn't make any sense. I'm going to drink your blood. I'm going to crush your bones. I'm hardcore. So Hobbs comes out, and all the members of the Death Riders leave. Pussy, 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 pussy. Fucking stupid. Moxley swears he's Roman. I don't know. AJ Boom has to go over. AJ Boom, man. I mean, again, at least the guy gets a crowd response and knows how to work. Beth Phoenix stay out of the storyline. I got a feeling, though, to see Edge grab Marina like that, it's like, ooh, does Edge need his wife to take care of Shafir? I feel like I'm watching Days of Our Lives. Where's the wrestling? Ah, well played, Boston Gamer. Touche, as they would say. Yeah, no, that's it, right? So you see stuff like this, and the fans that are online like cinematic. No, the difference is that's not cinematic. That's fucking carnage. That is way to go. But that is a mess, right? So it's a soap opera. It's an angle. Like, don't tell me AEW is not trying angles, or at least trying them. They're just not doing well. So weird. I swear, if AEW could make sense, it'd be 50% better. They need to simplify. And they can't let all the wrestlers have creative control. Ask Eric Bischoff. It doesn't fucking work. You can't have Mox booking his shit and Mercedes booking her shit and Copeland booking his shit. You need a filter. You need somebody to thumbs up or thumbs down shit. And Tony just thumbs up everything. You guys can take that as any way you want. The problem I'm having is, like you said, simplify it. Make it linear. This guy, that guy, good guy, bad guy, protagonist, antagonist, and make it sense. Now you can have peripheral people and things weave in and out, but you have to be. It's just the Moxie shit's all over the place, and when you put all your eggs in the Moxie basket and the Moxie shit sucks, you're killing your company. That's the face of your company right now, John Moxley, and even the diehard AEW fans are like, "What the fuck's Moxley doing?" You have a guy like Will Ospreay who has the crowd eating out of the palm of his hands. He told the crowd what a great guy Buddy is tonight, and the crowd fucking gave Buddy a standing ovation. That's the face of your company. That's the guy that should be leading this company into 2025. Or a guy like you see on my screen, like Kenny. Kenny, don't come back and fuck with the Continental Classic or the Continental title. Come back and go after Moxley. You already hate him. You have a history. Get the fans behind you. There's your hero. But you don't do it, right? And that's where everything gets convoluted. Why did Hobbs win? Why is Kyle O'Reilly in two factions? I thought MJF was a babyface. Is he a heel again? Oh, I thought Garcia was. Oh no, you need consistency. You need clarity. Can't just that's all it is. Watch the women get like 11 minutes. If they get 11, I'll be impressed. Like Anthony always says, actually, they're a little bit late on the women's segment this week because usually it's between 9 and 9:30. Is it the main event tonight? General Hospital is 1,000 times better than the Days of Our Lives. Proof General is still on TV. Is Days not on TV anymore? I don't know. But General Hospital, Days, same shit. I've seen WWE guys make their own matches, KJ. I don't know how to answer that, Mega. Yeah, I might need context on that. But Mariah May here. Do women get the main event of this show? I think they are. I like Mariah May. Jericho versus Bandito for the championship until he got hurt again. Yep. Yes! And a pop for Harley. Yes! Where's my buddy MDB? Passions. Get the fuck out of here with passions, bro. Hot girl graps. No, that should be a thing. Mariah May agrees with me. It's, yeah. I mean, if you're, I mean, I'll use excuses. I got a mom's, you know, I'll watch any show if a girl asks me to. All right, yeah, sure, I love it. Let's go. Real ones, no. Passions, no. You get away from that shit. That's a mess. What was the little guy on Passions? The little person. But here comes Tony Storm, and I guess maybe Kenny Omega will be the main event spot tonight. But I will take your predictions on this match, folks. Let me know. Who are you taking? Oh, okay, wait. So I stand corrected. I made a mistake earlier. So the winner of this triple threat will be the number one entry into the women's gauntlet match to now establish, son of a bitch. We all got ladies in our lives we love, so that's it. That's it. I've watched some horrible fucking TV. I know so much about 90 Day Fiance. It is fucking disgusting. But I do. Not Harley. Hey, you give Harley some love. Harley's got personality. You got to give Harley some love, folks. As here comes Willow. Tony Storm for the win. Tony. Kenny getting the final segment, and what we see going off the air is the correct move. Let's just hope it leads to something good and isn't just 50 minutes of pandering. I agree. Again, where I petitioned to Tony Khan about highlight the superstars. Putting Kenny in the main event spot makes sense. I agree. Points for that. And I'll be honest, I know I've found a lot over the last half hour to kind of be mad about. I haven't hated this show. I'm not bored by this show, at least. Don't think it was as good as last week, though. Willow for the win. Not Harley. You leave Harley alone. Mariah May or Liv Morgan? Liv Morgan. We all got that one. Santa Barbara. Shut. I used to watch that with my moms. What was the other one? Dynasty? Was it Dynasty? Timmy. Harley really is AEW Chelsea Green. Harley could be something. 90210. Come on. Melrose Place. I'm just going to leave that one there. Harley definitely makes her time on TV matter. Facts. And I think in a world with a lot of good wrestlers, you need personality. Wow, that was a miss. 1, 2. Couple two counts as we are off and running, folks. 79% of the chat, 80% of the chat taking Tony, 19. Nobody taking Stat. Nobody? Not one? Already know TK is planning Mariah May versus Tony Storm. It would feel that way, but the interesting part about running it back, is Tony doesn't have a vendetta against Mariah May. She can't remember being mad at Mariah May. So it's an interesting run back, right? Timmy! Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's always the answer to my question. Yes, Timmy. Jose, same KJ. I watch 90 Day and my girl, and it's embarrassing how much I know. I just sit there and shit on it for you guys think I should do a fucking stream of just watching those shows. Because you think I shit on these ones. Woo! But shout out Big Ed. What the fuck happened when Willow helped against Marina? Nothing. So because Willow has a match tonight, she no longer helps or like it was a good opportunity for Marina to have a match with Willow, and Marina actually beat Willow because Marina, outside of being like the bodyguard, catapult into the cooch. I don't think I've ever seen that before. The crowd just went, oh. Oh, wow. As Willow, in control after, that was quite the move. Statlander will be pinned. Tony Storm got, it's them thighs. Stat finally got a vote, so I'll end the poll now, but the heavy favorite, Tony Storm, as it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I think you have an opportunity, like with Marina, she comes back, she's a badass. Give her a couple convincing wins, right? But she doesn't do that. Maybe just my take. Thank you again. Thank you for the super chat. We appreciate all the love and support, guys. We really, really do. You really help us pay for all these subscriptions and all these channels. I would have found it interesting if Jeff took MJF's offer and then MJF betray him down the road instead of that world title run story. It's not a bad shout. Welcome to IC. Trash TV with KJ needs to be a thing. Holy shit. I don't know if I could stay. I don't know if I would last long without getting canceled. Daniel, welcome back. Good to see you. Good to see you. Mama Boys Chan, I love you guys. Let's go. 100%. I'm starting not to care about this. The amnesia angle, stupid. That's my issue. You had a chance to bring Tony back. Now she's acting like Timeless Tony in color. You had a chance. You ran the gambit with Timeless Tony. Some people were getting fed up with it. It was a little long in the tooth. She loses her title. Come back and just be rock and roll Tony Storm that fucks some people up. You need people that just are serious about their fucking job. And Tony Storm's amnesia gimmick, it's flawed from the gate. They brought her back during a Mariah May match, but she doesn't remember. So why? Why didn't she just come out during any match? Why did she come out during that match? Well, it's the women's title match, so she knows she's in the women's division. She didn't remember working in AEW at all. Introducing herself to RJ City and this one and that one. It's fucking dumb. You might as well have just left her as Timeless Tony. At least that had a reason for her to be crazy. We didn't see her bump her head. I mean, she lost the title. But if she has amnesia, what the fuck is happening with Darby, OC? Sammy Guevara should be just brain dead at this point as a complete vegetable based on the standard you're creating with Tony Storm. I don't get it. Deonna Purrazzo, talented woman, not being used. Taya not being used. Serena kind of gets used but doesn't get used great or right. It's a lot of misses into the cooch. But Tony Storm's amnesia gimmick to me is a fail. She's being silly. You have a lot of silly on your TV. Stop with the silly. Dax versus Jericho and Edge versus Big Bill on Collision. Why? So why is rated FTR in two angles at the same time? Is that really happening? Richard, is that for reals? So on Wednesdays, they want to fight the Death Riders. On Saturdays, they fight the fucking Learning Tree. Help me. Help me. Hi. Very, very, very key. So it's a whole progression. AEW has been consistent. It's been consistently stale. Yes and no, Hannah. And again, I want to give credit where it is I do. I know I'm mad about a few things right now. All three women down, by the way. But again, I think World's End was good. I really liked World's End. I thought last week was solid. So I just want them to be solid. I think where you lose me as a fan is the chaos. And I don't give a fuck what anyone out there says. The story and the presentation of what you're giving us, it just doesn't add up. There's a huge disconnect, which hurts your fan base. What in the porno was that? Yeah, Willow just shot Tony closer to that particular body part than most of the fans in the building will ever get to it. Holy cow, that move was crazy and unexpected. You should shout out Suzanne Summers with a unique move. Cannonball in the corner. Both ladies squashed. Trash TV, I'm in. Fucking hell. I've started a problem. Has Marina even wrestled anyone? No, not at all. And I think that's your mistake, right? I mean, look what happened to Camille. Camille came in, now she's gone. What the fuck happened? Like, it helps strengthen. Like, it really does matter. Like, again, if you can make the sum of the parts look better, the overall faction looks better. Right? It's the same thing. You put the conglomeration together. Kyle eats a ton of L's. Fucking Rocky wrestles once in a while for L's. We just saw Briscoe takes a bunch of L's. If everyone's taking L's, that faction is shit. You got a bunch of losers hanging out. Great. Oh, Willow pulling. Oh, suplex for everybody. Nice move. Good match rolling here. Yeah, except if she wins this. You're right, but you could be wrong. But the amnesia gimmick's stupid. You bring Tony back, you start her kind of near mid-bottom, and you let her work her way back up to another title. But as a badass, just be a good, solid women's wrestler. You don't need a silly gimmick. Again, yeah, hashtag flawed out the gate. 10-star, 100-star. Statlander pinned. Statlander pinned Tony. So the lady that got one vote from you fuckers pinned and got the win, just like Hobbs. So Tony trying to surprise us, if nothing else. But Chris Statlander will be the #1 entrant into the women's casino gauntlet match next week, and we'll get a winner to Grand Slam Australia, which is going to be Tony Storm. This is just misdirection, which I'm okay with. Amanda Nunez. And off the air. We're out of time. Goodbye, everybody. No, I lied. We got Kenny. We're good. We went directly into commercial. No celebration. But I will take one more time to remind everybody, tomorrow, 8 p.m. 8 p.m. tomorrow. Listen, we are going to be here live for our annual awards. The voting is up now on our community section. I know someone was like, can you stop spamming me? No, we're trying to do something. Shut up. But at the end of the day, the awards will be here tomorrow. Anthony, Nick, and myself are going to give out some golden KJs. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, be there. We love doing the award shows. We do 2 a year. And this one should be fun looking back at 2024. So be there. And Friday, SmackDown. It's going to be a crazy one. 3-hour SmackDown. And it's been a trip. The first 8 days of 2025 have been insane. So we're looking forward to what else is to come in the weeks to come. Classic soap opera amnesia storyline. Is anyone going to be in a coma? Yeah, exactly, Jose. Oh, the WWE is just this cinematic soap opera stuff. She has amnesia. Next week, her twin sister that we never knew she had is going to be here. That's what's happening. So you tell me what the soap is. Toma. I bet TK going to make an angle where Tony gets hit in the head with something and timeless Tony comes back. I was actually thinking they might do the opposite, Alex. They hit her in the head with something, and then she remembers being Tony. One of the two. I think you're onto something. Which, again, what are we doing here? Are we fucking around for nothing? Like, we see people get hit in the head all the time. Kuchapult. Took me a second to put that all together. Kuchapult. I miss Jericho. You shut up, Mega. Where's the Hurt Business? They were here earlier. Mojo. They were here earlier. They didn't stick around, but it looks like the Hurt Business, the Hurt Syndicate, are gearing up to take on Private Party for the tag titles. I'm curious how people feel about that, but all in all, interesting choice. I mean, if you get some gold on the Hurt Syndicate, but I really thought Bobby was going to be, where MVP's done a lot of talking outside of wrestling in interviews and such about how things are being set up or how they used to be treated in another place. I mean, I didn't expect Bobby Lashley to come in and be tag champ. The Hurt Syndicate. Learning Tree is so lame. It's fucking horrible, Russian. Lame is an understatement. It is fucking atrocious. Second thing we called atrocious tonight. But that's what I mean. Like, I know there seems like a lot of complaints, but if you take out the atrocious stuff, move that over here, and you keep the good stuff, it's really fucking good. There is a list of shit that I like. And the stuff I really like, I don't get to see. Tony Storm in the back with Renee, upset. I think that's an old take, and I think it's completely wrong. I would completely disagree with that, and I would happily go match to match and compare. There's a lot of shit matches on AEW. They used to have the better matches, for sure. The Papa Paul era changed that. So you can say the production and creativity is better on one side. I would argue the whole fucking show gets to be better on the other side because we are getting shit matches on AEW. And I talked about this earlier. I know you might be late to the party, my friend, but I don't believe that's true. We don't get better matches on AEW. I just had a Gauntlet match that was shit, that didn't make any sense, that it led to nothing. Will Ospreay and Murphy cooked, but you're not telling me that we're not getting good WWE matches. You're telling me that WWE never gives us a good match, that we get matches that aren't quality? I disagree with that. I think that's an old take. I think you need to update. But this is epic. Kenny Omega. That's interesting. What was that? Mega. But yeah, I think that's a dated take, my friend. That's all. I don't think that's true. Tony needs a new gimmick. You could barely call it a faction. Yeah, I don't even know what the fuck. AEW has a lot of ex-WWE. Where's Wardlow, Starks, all of them. Wardlow is sitting outside of the development sorry, I'm distracted by Kenny right now. It's pretty fucking epic. This is a superstar that you're like, get behind this guy. I love it. Wardlow is at NXT or hanging out at Full Sail, waiting for his contract to expire. Ricky, same thing. Ricky's like the picture of the cat holding onto the string, like, you don't let go. Yeah, no, he about to give up. The learning tree of CM Punk is better. Fair enough, I'll take that. I want to see TK fight Leo Rush anywhere in real life. Leo Rush whooped that man's ass. Tony just dropped his wallet on him. WWE interested in bringing Malachi Black. Team Fightful Select that he is finished with AEW. Interesting. Don't trust it, but interesting. But we've been waiting for that for a long time. Someone needs to throw a shoe. That might work. That might work, Easy Bake. That's some good production value. That was wicked, actually. That was really good. He has an anime entrance song. I just didn't like the only thing I didn't like was the Omega. Omega. What the fuck? It's Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd match on YouTube. Not that I've seen. I'm sure clips of it are there. Go to Google, type Watch Wrestling. You'll find it. Standing ovation for Kenny. Malachi wants to be with his wifey and better booking. Yeah, I don't blame him. And Trips did book him really well in NXT, right? Prove it. Prove it. Better matches. Prove it. I don't think it's accurate. I just don't. I think they have really good matches sometimes, but they also have really shit matches. So that's my argument. I don't agree with that take. I think it's a bad take. I think it's a simple take. New Japan Pro Wrestling entrance. Yes, Mr. Winnipeg. I'll take that. Thank you. I did blank on that. Toni Storm is great wrestler. Her promos are entertaining for me. I love Toni Storm. I'm a really big fan of Toni Storm. I just don't think she needs to be doing the fucking amnesia thing. Cool entrance, 100%. Danny Omega. Alistair and Matthews had a... Oh, no, they really did. But that's one of the things. Like, Vince McMahon fucked that all up, Hannah. Vince McMahon, I don't know how Vince watched those matches and didn't get that they... Like, this is phenomenal. And Vince is just Vince and fucked it all up. So getting them under Triple H would be much better. Kenny's saying it's been a roller coaster ride. Apparently he's going after Okada, Richard. Okay. Still don't get why Kenny is not back for Mox. Other EVPs left BC of Mox, but the other EVP that comes back, yeah, Willie. I honestly believed, and I had pitched this a lot, that the elite were going to reunite and come back and try and save the company. We saw the errors of our way. We're really sorry, but Mox has to go. But again, apparently Kenny Okada is the better match. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Right. Is he going to do what Jeff Jarrett did last week? I got to hang it up. Psych. That would be funny as fuck if someone hit Tony with a shoe and her amnesia goes away and Timeless Tony comes back. Well, I don't listen, MDB. I get it, but you know what? The man went through something super serious, and I'm happy that he's back. And I like, at least this has emotion. It's connected to real life. You can believe it. You can get behind it. It's not Moxley in the back, grinding his teeth. Okay. Give it time. Give it time. Eventually, I think theater. I would have had that very quick. Like that would be like an all-in matchup in Texas this year for me. If I was booking, I would have, again, I keep preaching that Ospreay should be the face of this company. Yeah, I'm trying to be nice. We got company. It's Don Callis. Oh, fuck. How good would it be if we got Mox and Hangman? Not great. And I think we've been there before, haven't we? But Mox doesn't sell shit. And I like Hangman a lot, but I don't know they would be that good. Don Callis coming out to talk to his old buddy. Kenny's running. Kenny just said, I don't care about revenge. And it was on site with Callis. Brian Cage, Lance Archer, beating up Kenny. What the fuck? What? This, to me, is the perfect example of what the fuck are we doing. Commander. Wouldn't shock me, but Callis might be worse. Kenny Omega 2.0. So Omega right now fighting Lance Archer and Brian Cage. And he never really got to a point. I was waiting for it. But Kyle Fletcher's here. Kyle Fletcher in a crop top. Crowd's booing. I think the Bucks are going to come back, guys. Are we going to get the Bucks? Are we going to get the Bucks? I don't know if that's going to make me happy. The girl in orange is still bored on her phone. She's just watching us on. She's probably one of the people in our live chat, MDB. She's watching us. Yeah, I mean, again, this is like, we've been here. But here comes Ospreay. Which I thought we were done with Ospreay, Fletcher, Callis. Raindrop. Crop top. Ospreay's got a chair. Fletcher versus Kenny. Maybe. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Why are all the people that should be going after Mox not going after Mox? Willie, I don't know. Yeah, Richard, there you go. So Ospreay, I like that they're putting Ospreay and Kenny face to face. But I don't understand. Holy shit, Chance. Now imagine Ospreay had the belt on his shoulder right now. Holy shit, let's go. But Kenny and Will Ospreay should be nowhere near the Don Callis fucking family at all. At all. Facts. I would be shocked if we don't get Ospreay Fletcher in Australia. Again, did we already burn that out? All right, ladies and gentlemen, they are going off the air, selling us on Jon Moxley versus Powerhouse Hobbs. A little bit of a flat ending. I'm trying to figure out, I mean, people were mad about The Rock ending NXT last night. Kenny coming back is great. The Don Callis family coming out, stupid. You could have had Will Ospreay come out and say hi to Kenny without any of that extra stuff. The Callis family being involved with Kenny Omega, the Callis family being involved with Will Ospreay, it makes no fucking sense to me at all. Like, it's just, we're stuck in the fucking past. Just like our buddy in the chat talking about the matches, the better matches. It's the past. I don't think they're living up to that reputation anymore. I don't think they're that consistent anymore. We get a lot of shit matches amongst some good ones. But I would argue the other companies banging out good matches. So what is it? I'll take a good match with a story than a good match with no story, I guess. But tonight, the back half of this show was all over the fucking place. Average ending. It was very lackluster ending. And part of why it's lackluster is the wrong people are involved. You're not going to get me like, oh shit, Callis. Oh my God. No. Lance Archer and Brian Cage. No, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. It's the wrong people. It's the wrong people. Kenny's got a mic, but the music's still going, and they're talking him off the air. 8 out of 10. Give me Don Callis versus Kenny Omega. Yes, please. Oh, come on, Emo. We did that like 3 years ago. They just want to have matches for the sake of having matches instead of building to a match with a good story. Again, they don't want that soap opera stuff. Help me understand. Again, it's hypocritical. It's talking out of both sides of your mouth. It's not making any sense. It's not adding up. You have such good talent. You just need a person to produce this fucking show better. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. Overall, I didn't hate the show tonight, which is good. It means that's 2 weeks in a row I haven't hated the show, which is a positive. We will take a rating out of 10 like we do every single night, and make sure you get your ratings in. How did you feel about it? What did you like? What didn't you like? I'll fly through some of the comments, and then we'll pack her in and get ready for the award show tomorrow. But let me know how you feel about what is going on. But it's still hilarious. 6.5. Ospreay has issues with Callis and Fletcher, and Kenny has issues with them. Let it go. Boston, it is so fucking old. Like, it is done and done and done and done and done. Ospreay beat them all up. Lost to Fletcher a couple times. If you were going to give me the payoff for Fletcher and Ospreay, should have been the finals of the Continental Classic and made it worth it. I just feel like, again, nobody gives a fuck about Lance Archer. Nobody gives a fuck about Brian Cage. And I'm sick of Callis with any of them. Fletcher, I like Fletcher. You're going to set up Fletcher and Kenny for All In or for Grand Slam? Maybe. But it's rinse and repeat. Been there, done that. Move the fuck on. Worked for me, brother. There you go. 6.5. So this means what exactly? Good question. Great question. 7.5 out of 10. Omega gets a bonus. Ospreay should be the face of AEW. I'm 100% with you on that. I preach and preach and preach. Ospreay should be the face of this company. He is over. The fans love him. The fans want to cheer for him. It's like Swerve. The fans get so excited for Swerve. He wasn't even there tonight. Wasn't he? Like, I thought he was going to be in the Gauntlet match. I was wrong. I give 0 fucks about Hook and Christian. I equally give 0 fucks. Even though I like Swerve a lot. Okay. I'm with you. But again, you kind of have those upper echelon guys. Kenny, Swerve, Ospreay, Fletcher, even on the periph. Fletcher as like a TNT champion or an international champion would be great. It doesn't feel like there's a hierarchy to AEW. It just feels like a fucking melting pot, like a hodgepodge, everyone thrown everywhere, fucking mess. Kenny versus Cage, probably. Rock got cut off last night. So did Kenny tonight. So we're equal. But yeah, no, The Rock did get cut off last night. I'm sure he talked for another 20 minutes to that building. The fans were like, can we just leave? Average ending. Yep. Give me Don Callis versus Kenny. Got that one. Omega Swerve is my payoff. That'll be interesting. 8 out of 10 says Robert. 7 from Christopher. 7 out of 10. 5.25 out of 10 knee pads. Fair. I like that. Rock's promo was better. Should they add pay-per-views to streaming service? It would help. I think it might help. I like the fact that I get all my wrestling on Netflix from the other company, even the pay-per-views. It's kind of working out really nice for me right now. That Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays and pay-per-views are all on Netflix now. It's simple. It's easy peasy. If you could pull that off with Max, that'd be wonderful. Wednesday, Saturday, pay-per-view. Perfect. They just want to got that one. 7.5. Omega Swerve would be sick as fuck. One day I'd be down for that for sure. Kenny was trying to talk. Yeah, it was like, sorry, Kenny, we turned the mic off because the commentary is doing a phenomenal job of selling us on next week. 8 out of 10. I'm a mark. Sorry, guys. Hey, you're allowed. You're allowed. Not mad about your mark. I might disagree, but 8 out of 10 is fine. Will Grand Slam stream on Max? I don't know. Grand Slam? No, I don't know. I don't think so. 6.5. Yeah, actually, it should. Let me recorrect that. I actually think it might. 6.5. Ospreay and Kenny should be the stars of the company, but not like this. Exactly my sentiment. 6 out of 10 from Knoxville. Flair versus Hogan versus Jericho versus Jarrett. False teeth on a pole match. Fucking if you survive, you get to live match. Kenny gonna cut a promo. Yeah, he's gonna do like the post-show rah thing. I'm okay with that. 5 out of 10 from DJ. Ooh, 5 out of 10. Yes, Kenny versus Cage is a big why. Yeah, a lot of tonight was a bit of a why. Statlander winning, I think that's a misdirection play, which I'm okay with. The women's match was okay. The main event segment with Kenny was okay. All the Death Rider stuff sucks. It just doesn't hit. 7.5, 7.5, 5.8. Yes, the wrong people are involved. Ospreay should Yeah, Ospreay can just come out. He doesn't have to like save Kenny to get that moment. Cleaner needs a faction. He's better that way. There's so many fucking factions artists though. 2.4 out of 10. Hannah, that feels a little bit low, but you're allowed. You're allowed. 5 out of 10. I got you. I got you, theater. 9.5 out of 10. All wrestle Dynamite. John, you're on that good tonight. 8 out of 10. Okay. Wrong kid is involved. Mariah May versus Harley Cameron. So my thing is, if tonight's an 8 out of 10, I see a few 8s out of 10. If tonight's an 8 out of 10, and they come back next week and it's a stacked show, some of the stories make a little more sense. What do you give it? Like a 13 out of 10? Like, what is the scale in which we're giving out these 8s and 9s? That's my curiosity, because there's a lot of holes in this particular show. 8 out of 10, 6-4, 220. No, 7 out of 10 from Jose. If it ain't Jericho, it's Callis. Yeah, fuck me, right? Yeah. 6. I really think they name all the shows for reference, because if not, you couldn't tell where or when what happened. Valid. 6.5. Damien, I think I'm with you tonight, buddy. 6.5 seems fair. I could see 7 from people. I think 5's too low tonight. I was entertained for a good chunk of the show. Again, if you're just watching for the sake of like just the entertainment value of what's coming at you, it wasn't a boring show. What I'm doing is, again, you kind of shave it down for some mistakes. Last night, I thought last night's show was really, really good. 2 title changes, blah, 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 blah. But I took a mark off because of Dwayne. Dwayne fucked up the ending. That's what this kind of feels like here, where, if you make some silly decisions, or I'm not into what you're kind of throwing at me, you kind of lose me. So there was good stuff here. Triple threat main event was okay, not great. Buddy and Ospreay worked really fucking well. 6.5 for me tonight. Hobbs winning was a shock of the night. It's insane. Now, some fans are going to say, well, that's amazing for Hobbs. I don't love the decision for this at this time. I don't. Is Miro injury prone? Miro is staying at home collecting a check prone. I don't think Miro's injured at all. I think he's A-OK. 6.4. TK should get the Guns and Roses. Oh, Dad. Oh, by the way, did anybody? I didn't get the intro tonight. It's not fucking I'm so excited again, was it? I'm surprised that Chris Jericho was not tonight. No, I'm thrilled. But now all of a sudden Jericho's on Saturdays? And why are they splitting Copeland shit? 3 out of 10. A little bit low. Good night, Brandon. Yes, they all need feuds. They do. They need rivals. You have a sports league with teams but no games. Like, it's odd. AEW is an A to me. Good show. I'm glad Powerhouse finally gets his title shot. But that's the thing, Jordan. My only issue with that is it's a wasted title. Like, it's not a real title shot. It's a fake moment, which I mean is fucking hilarious for me to say that. But again, it's just Hobbs is just a speed bump in the road to other things. Miro not injured. Yeah, no, he's just collecting bank. First of the month. Wake up, wake up, wake up. 6 out of 10, 8 out of 10. No Swerve or Mercedes tonight. Makes it a better show. Without Mercedes, no Jericho as well, or minimal Jericho. I don't remember. But yeah, I was really surprised about Swerve not being there. At some point, Lance, Brian, and 100 plus were seen as big guys are now being fumbled by the system. Big guys don't get booked in this company. Are you saying it feels indie? Yeah, right. I'm almost spot on, my guy. Yeah, maybe a little. 6 out of 10, 7. AEW has overused Casino Gauntlet. Today's felt boring. It did, and the audience in the building weren't reacting. Right, they had a couple moments, but then they died out. So that is my concern, and I always put a focus on what is the crowd doing. Like we said, going back to last night, I didn't, Nick and I didn't love it. Nick hated it more than I did, but the crowd in the building was losing their fucking mind. So the job is done. The mission accomplished. When you're doing stuff and the crowd goes quiet, it's a problem. 6 out of 10 plus no Jericho. You might get a bonus for that. Best story in WWE in 2024 was based around Punk's real life injury. So it's an inference. I don't know what that's in response to. I might have missed something, but realism, bringing real life into the angles, make it better angles. 8/10. Not bad, not bad. I still think 8's a little high. I'm curious how we got there. Read my last comment. I will not. Omega versus Cage official for next week. Is that official? Oh, for fuck's sake. You're going to put fucking Kenny back on the shelf. I don't get this booking. I don't. I fucking don't. I live in Clarksville, Tennessee, I think, right? And I don't know how it came across on TV, but the crowd might as well have been to the funeral. Feel 7.5 from Anthony. It did. It was like ebbs and flows. I mean, there was moments where they were kind of into it. 7.5, okay, a little higher than me. Okay, 6.5, I'm good with that. Jose, thank you. 10 out of 10 for KJ. Appreciate the show. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate all the love. Appreciate all the people that tune in and hang out with us. 8 out of 10. Wrestle for Life, 10 out of 10. You're right, KJ White. Yeah, I should put that on a shirt. Kenny Omega's return match next week. I think you're wasting moments. I mean, it would be like Punk coming back. And remember, Punk was out. He was working on his arm. But when he's finally healthy, he comes back. And instead of saving him for that Drew McIntyre moment, you let him fight fucking Otis. That's what I don't get about this. Kenny fighting Omega. Adam Copeland and FTR fighting the Learning Tree while fighting Death Riders. I don't like it. It bothers me. It fucks this shit up. And the crowd goes meh very often. Jeff Jarrett MJF segment was a 10. I don't think so, Cage. I know why. I almost answered you seriously. Wrestling for Life over everyone. And on that wonderful note, appreciate all the ratings. Appreciate all the support, folks. Appreciate all the love. Thank you for being here tonight. Overall, a good show. A good show. Wasn't a bad show. It was solid in some spots. Still, I don't know why the storytelling or the production itself or the putting things together seems so chaotic, so all over the place. But for my money, in 2025, they're 2 for 2 on decent shows, on good shows, on shows I didn't feel like were horrible. They need to clean up some stuff, but man, there's a lot of intrigue going into this one. But with all that being said, folks, thank you. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m., the Wrasslin Awards, the 2024 Wrasslin Awards, the 4 Lifeys, the Golden KJs. We'll be back for that. Check out all our socials. Go check us out on Discord as well. Woo! That's it. I'm out of air. I'm out of voice. I'm out of breath. I'm out of it all. Thank you again. 10 out of 10. I appreciate it because it's TK booking. It's sporadic as fuck. You just got to dial it in. Dial it in, Tony. You're getting better. You're just not there. Thank you so much, artists, as always. And shout out, Tony. I hope you are well. But with all that being said, folks, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. On behalf of Big Nick and Anthony, come back tomorrow. Until then, we'll see you on the flip side. Good night.